I'm Torrey Smith from the Philadelphia Eagles, and you're watching CITV.
Hello and welcome to another edition of CITV Sports. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. It's Tuesday, October 2nd, 2018. We're at the Plymouth Whitemarsh High School varsity baseball turf for Suburban One American Boys Soccer, featuring the Springfield Township Spartans of Erdenheim and the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials of Plymouth meeting. This is the second meeting between the two teams this year. In the previous meeting, which was back on September 7th, it was a 1-1 double overtime draw in Erdenheim. Springfield is coached by Dan Meter. His squad is currently 2-6-3 overall, 0-6-2 in the conference, while the Colonials are coached by first-year skipper Ryan Brazitt. The Colonials are 3-3-2 in the conference, 3-4-3 overall. Both of these teams are on two-match losing streaks. In this contest, Springfield will be wearing white shirts, while Plymouth Whitemarsh wearing blue. We have two 40-minute halves of regulation. If we're tied up after 80 minutes, then we'll have a 10-minute overtime. Next goal wins. If we're still tied after 90 minutes, we'll have another 10-minute overtime period. If no one has scored within those 10 minutes, the match will be declared a draw. PW and Springfield have 3 draws apiece this season. Dating back in the last 10 years, PW is 13-3-3 against the Spartans, 48 goals for, and I believe 14 allowed to the Spartans. Heck, Springfield is winless in each of the previous 4 meetings against the Colonials, with a silver lining. The last time the Spartans won against PW was September 13, 2016, here in Plymouth meeting, 1-0. Springfield will start the opening half. Springfield in the opening half will be going right to left. Spartans are also on a 2-match goalless streak. Now trying to already go in the box. Defending the goal for PW is Connor Smith, who last season actually scored a few goals for the Colonials, while Blake Rosen and Pat Corpus were net minors. Now we'll see PW with the ball, and it'll be a throw-in for the Spartans that was kicked to the side by the Colonials. A throw-in there for Cole Hutchinson. 39-20 to go in the first half, scoreless. Now Kevin Shee tried to kick it, but Springfield got it back in white. Now here's Dylan Davis. Intercepted by the Colonials. PW this season, 15 goals for, 18 against. Springfield, 15 for, 20 against. Under 39 minutes to play in the first half, Springfield 0, PW 0. Springfield going right to left here. Now close to the quarter was Tom Kraft for PW, and it will be a throw-in actually for the Spartans. Now in the box. Good opportunity there for Sam Steele. That was kicked away. Now PW needs to set up Thomas Hoy. But it is picked off by Troy Rumer. Here's the opportunity, and it's wide left. And it looks like it was Steele who shanked it left. It'll be a goal kick for Connor Smith. 38:09 to go in the first half. Springfield 0, PW 0. The Spartans have allowed a goal in 3 straight matches. Last time it didn't was a scoreless draw at Oxford September 21st. Now PW going into the Springfield box. Defending the goal for the Spartans is Julian Brown. Now there's She trying to spin. And Springfield trying to intercept. And Springfield has been scoreless in each of its previous 2 matches on the schedule. Now that's headed there by John Higgins for PW. Back kick there by Andrew Strickland. And there's Thomas Hoy. Rich Villian. Now the midfield. Here's Chad McNally. Jacoby Sandcroft. Will spin back. Back to McNally. Now there's Kevin Shee. Sandcroft off a Spartan. And it'll be kicked out of play close to the Springfield bench. And it'll be PW throw-in. 36:36 to go in the first half. We are scoreless. PW on a 2-match losing streak with 2 road losses recently. 3-1 at Wissahickon and 2-1 at Hatboro Horsham. PW kicks that out of play. It will be a goal kick for Julian Brown. Last time these 2 teams met in Plymouth meeting was October 6th of last year. Plymouth Whitemarsh won 3-2 in overtime. Gavin Hendricks scored the game winner 5 minutes into the extra session. Now here's Brown going right to left. That is headed. Springfield's going the wrong way. Kevin Shee tried to cross it. He trips. PW is on it still. Here's Rich Villian. And then boom! Shaka-laka! PW on the board early. Looks like it might have been Jacoby Sandcroft. 1-0 Colonials, 35:37 to go in the first half. The Spartans have now allowed a goal in 4 straight matches. And for PW, the Colonials have now scored in 11 straight matches. Boy, the Colonials made that goal look quite easy. We got to watch out there over the back on Evan Elgart. So Springfield possession. This is now the 5th straight meeting against the Spartans the Colonials have gotten on the board. They've done so this time in the first 5 minutes. Springfield going right to left in white. Now here comes John Higgins for the Colonials. Tommy Hoy. Oh, good back pass there to Hoy. She is there. Sandcroft tried to get it, but it was intercepted by Cole Hutchinson. Whitemarsh has just done a better job in the first 6 minutes on the ball. 1-0 Colonials. Now Steele tried to pass it to Hutchinson. There's Paul Richardson, also a standout lacrosse player. Now we're going to pass back. Here's Steele, and Steele will kick it out of the play behind the end line. It will be a goal kick, I believe, for Connor Smith. 33:50 to go in the first half. Plymouth Whitemarsh 1, Springfield 0. Elgart, PW in the dark uniforms, and that's intercepted there. Looked like a muff kick by Jack Meter, and Smith with a Very long throw. He's got an arm as well. Springfield will kick it out of play. Will be a throw in close to midfield for the Colonials, going left to right. Ryan Brazick, his first season as PW's head coach, taking over for Jeff Heaton, who had coached the Colonials each of the past 2 years. Kicked there by Max Lubis. There's Sandcroft. PW looks to be onside. Strickland inside, and it's a two-handed save for Julian Brown. Great opportunity for the Colonials again. PW aggressive in the first 10 minutes. Already up 1-0 with a goal scored at 35-37 to go. So 32-40 to go in the first half. PW 1, Spartans 0. Here at PWHS Varsity Baseball Turf. Springfield gets a kick on it. That was Cadman Curry, I believe. Now here's Sandcroft. Good cross there to Vayan. Vayan trying to spin around. That's now to Chad McNally at midfield. 32 minutes to go in the first half. PW 8 minutes in, already up a goal. Vayan. Brown collides with Sandcroft. Gutsy play by the keeper. However, it will be PW possession. It's actually a nice job by Brown. Hoy. Vayan. Rich Vayan loses a step. Vayan with the cross. Kicked to the side, I believe, by Dylan Donnelly of the Spartans. But right back to the Colonials and the Springfield side. Now here's the shot and the save. A good opportunity there for Tommy Hoy. And Brown, last couple of plays, able to secure it off the head of McNally. And now Springfield had a good look, but couldn't capitalize. Lubis. Kevin Shee trying to catch up to it along with Andrew Lieberman. Will be a PW throw-in going left to right in dark. Springfield hasn't scored since September 22nd in a 5-1 win at Collegium Charter. That's also Springfield's last win. Now here's Sandcroft. Now to Strickland, close to the corner. It will be our first corner kick of the game. So it will be a quarter for the Colonials. We'll see if PW can double the lead to 2. Here's Strickland with the cross. The header is wide right. PW giving chase. Now that is taken by Paul Richardson of the Spartans. Kicked out of play. PWA official rules it a PW throw-in. Sandcroft quickly throws it in to Strickland. 29-26 to go in the first half. Plymouth Whitemarsh up 1-0. Now it will be kicked out of the complex, and it'll be PW's second corner. It'll be a quick kick, short kick. Sandcroft gets that one off the block. And it's a foul against the Colonials, so Springfield will get a offensive kick here for keeper Julian Brown. So Springfield looking for its first conference win since October 16th, 2017. It was 3-2 at Quakertown. The Spartans are on a 9-match conference winless streak. Now the Spartans have it. It's for Springfield Stam Steel. Now the Troy Rumor Rumor tripped. Now there's Kevin Shee of PW. Now the Hoy. Tommy Hoy. Good work there now for Evan Elgart. Now for McNally. Rumor not able to pick off Sandcroft, back to Elgart. Actually McNally, now to Elgart, Evan Elgart. Also a member of the Plymouth Whitemarsh bowling team, if I'm not mistaken. Lubis, Max Lubis. Finds John Higgins. McNally now to Rich Vayan. 27:43 to go in the first half. 1-0 Colonials. Sandcroft, I believe, was the one who kicked it. It stayed in play. Now there's an opportunity for Cole Hutchinson. Now to Jack Meter. Here comes Sam Steele. Cross. Intercepted there by Elgart for PW. Kevin Shee is on it. Now to Sandcroft. Past midfield. Going left to right. Good feed there to Vayan. Rich Vayan doesn't have a lot of room. Vayan now tries to look for Sandcroft. It'll be against the Colonials. There's Paul Richardson. I'll give it to the keeper, Brown. Suburban One Sports is the Suburban One League's premier high school sports authority, providing athletes and fans the latest sports news, scores, and photos. Visit Suburban One Sports online at www.suburban1sports.com. Springfield now on PW's side. PW clears to Sandcroft. But Sandcroft kicks it to the Springfield sideline. So it will be a throw-in for Paul Richardson and the Spartans. Springfield last season 4-7-3 in the conference. PW was 10-4, which actually was 4th out of 8. There were 4 Suburban One American schools with 10 conference wins. And right now in this Suburban One conference, there have been quite a few draws. And it's been more competitive than expected, especially with Abington, a newcomer in Suburban One American, near the top with Wissahickon. Now here's Sandcroft. 25:42 to go in the first half. PW looking to add on to its 1-0 lead. Now the feed is there, bobbled by Brown, but he secures it. Too close for comfort there, and Dan Meter realizes his team is not doing enough right now to get back in it. The first 15 minutes of this match, PW's been very aggressive, and now Springfield looking to be aggressive, and Smith will be able to get his hands on it. That I believe was a shot by Jacob Friedman. Friedman has 1 goal on the season. Plymouth Whitemarsh now has 16 scored and 18 allowed. In conference play, PW 14-4, 13 against. Springfield gives it up to PW on a free kick. Springfield in conference play, 5 goals for, 20 allowed. And how about on the road, 12 for, 13 allowed. Spartans are 2-4-1 away from Erdenheim. Now the Spartans looking to get near the PW box. Spartans in white. Here's Jack Meter. And now Tom Kraft of PW gets it. Colonials in the dark uniforms on it, the blue. In years past, the home team will be wearing white. Kevin Shee getting tangled. I believe that was by Dylan Donnelly. Off the chest of Strickland for PW. Will be kicked to midfield for Troy Rummer. Now Smith will get the pass. Max Lubis. Now there's Chad McNally getting in a tangle with Sam Steele off the upper body parts of Lubis. Now there's an opportunity for Meter. Substitutions will be allowed. The Spartans will sub in 2 players. PW will have 3 coming in. Cole Hutchinson and Andrew Lieberman will take a seat for Dan Meter's Spartans. There'll be a throw-in, I believe, for Dylan Donnelly of the Spartans. 23 minutes to go in the first half. Plymouth Whitemarsh 1, Springfield nothing yet. One Colonial, one Spartan tripped. No foul called. It's been quite a few seasons since Springfield has last made the playoffs. Plymouth Whitemarsh has been in the postseason in 4 of the last 5 seasons. There will be a foul against PW, so Springfield now on the Plymouth Whitemarsh side. Look like a set piece free here with 22:18 to go in the first half, down 1-0. Springfield going right to left in white. Now there was Dylan Davis. Here's the kick and through. Goal there for Matt Schmidt. His second of the year. Time of goal 21:58 to go. And we are knotted up at 1 apiece. Oh, good feed inside. And that snaps a 2-match goalless drought. For the Colonials, it's the 4th straight match allowing a goal. So the 2nd goal of the season for Matt Schmidt. Only the 16th tally for the Spartans this season. Connor Smith could not guess correctly. And now the Spartans looking to get a lead against Springfield on a 9-match conference winless stretch. So PW, which scored in the first 5 minutes of the contest, leveled with the Spartans thanks to a Schmidt tally. And PW in blue, Springfield in white. There'll be a PW ball foul against the Spartans. Colonial Instructional Television airs Channel 28 on both Comcast Cable and Verizon Fios in Plymouth Township, Whitemarsh Township, and Conshohocken Borough. You can even watch CITV videos online. For more information regarding CITV programming, visit colonialsd.org/community/CITV. Julian Brown makes the save, and now Springfield having the momentum drawn to its side. Headed out of play. Should be a Springfield throw-in. So for the Spartans, this is the 6th consecutive meeting they have scored against the Colonials. Each of the previous 2 meetings have gone to overtime. 1 a draw, 1 a PW first overtime win. By the way, dating back to 10 years ago, the Matt Schmidt goal was only Springfield's 15th. That is in the last 10 years against PW. Colonials have now scored 49 dating back to 2008 against the Spartans, which include 2010 and 11 when the Spartans were in the Bicentennial League. PW was still in Suburban 1 American. Smith with a bump, also got slid into. That was by Sam Steele. So we've got a helicopter flying over the PW baseball turf. 19:35 to go in the first half at the Suburban 1 American contest. Springfield 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh 1. Hoy. And then the Rich Vayan. And it'll be a foul against the Spartans, so it'll be a free kick, like a set piece free kick for the Colonials. Sorry if we have any incorrect player identifications or any incorrect goal scorers throughout this contest. Now inside for few players trip. And getting up slowly, Dylan Davis for the Spartans. It will be a goal kick for Julian Brown. Few players will sub in for the Colonials, which include Willie Sklit. Now another pickup there for Brown. Approaching 18 minutes to go in the opening half. We are knotted up at 1 apiece. Hoy falls. Will come up, and PW has another free kick. Maybe 35 yards out or so. Most of the right side appears open. The wall's on the left, and there's Hoy! A little too much muscle, perhaps. So that went over by a mile. Now it'll be Springfield with the kick by Julian Brown. 17-16 to go in the opening half. 1-1 Springfield and Plymouth Whitemarsh. PW scored in the first 4.5 minutes, while the Spartans on the Matt Schmidt scored at 18-02 into the contest. Now here's Eric Luba. Back to Lubas. That will be called offsides. That was passed to Zach Colson, though. There should be a defensive free kick here for the Spartans. Brown will elect to take it. Springfield has 3 players on the sidelines eager to check in. Adam Weissman, Kyle Smith, and Anthony Forgoyne. 16:20 to go in the first half. Spartans 1, Colonials 1. Headed there by the Spartans. However, PW will try to take off here. Elgart sends it ahead. Now here's the shot and the save by Brown. Good chance there, I believe, for Willie Sklit. And lost his footing. Trying to move ahead here to Dylan Davis. Now coming in for the Spartans, Weissman, Kyle Smith, and Anthony Forgoyne. Troy Rumor, Jack Meter will take a seat. John Higgins getting ready to check back in for the Colonials as well. And so would Chad McNally when the time permits. 25 minutes into this contest, we're knotted up at 1 goal apiece. UW early on had the majority of the momentum. Now Springfield, after the Matt Schmidt goal, trying to capitalize yet again. Whitemarsh will now make the substitutions. Elgart will go to the bench. Whitemarsh will get Tom Kraft, Jacoby Sandcroft, and Rich Vayan to the check-in blocks as well. So too would Andrew Strickland. Springfield going right to left in white. And that is intercepted there by the Colonials. Hoy intercepted though. Ray Pearson Ruben Cam. Now here come the Colonials. Zach Colson. McNally. Fed there to Slit. McNally couldn't read it though. Springfield will clear. 1-on-1. Springfield need to be careful going off sides. Wow, look at that booming kick by Connor Smith. The PW keeper. He does have some goals to his career stat line with the Colonials. Last season, I believe, had a 2-goal performance against Cheltenham in September of 2017, a 4-1 win. I believe that was seen on CITV. Substitutions will be made now, 27 minutes into this match. The score in the previous meeting in this series was 1-1, and it ended that way. But the way this one's playing might not hold up. PW will have a throw-in on its end, or its side actually. It is homecoming week, today being tropical day. Also on this October 2nd later on, Plymouth Whitemarsh Wing Bowl. Hope not a lot of people are going to get indigestion. Out of play, should be throw in for the Colonials on the Springfield sideline near the Springfield bench. Now 12:10 to go in the first half. Spartans 1, Colonials 1. McNally. Will be kicked. Deflected that to the sideline by the Spartans. PW gets a quick one in. Kicked there by Kraft. Player trip, no call. I think PW should be on it. Smart play by Lubis to kick it past midfield. Here's Sandcroft intercepting. Jacoby Sandcroft for PW. That pass kicked to the sideline out of play. Throw in for the Spartans with 11:25 to go in the first half. We are tied up at 1 apiece. We are playing on a baseball turf. In case you're wondering why it looks like there are different colors, you're seeing some of the infield, since this is a multi-purpose facility. Now the midfield, it's out of play. PW with the throw-in. Right away in the 1-1 draw between these two squads back on September 7th, Jack Meter. Let me see here. I believe it was Kyle Smith actually who had the goal. Julian Brown made 7 saves. That goal by Smith in the PW Springfield draw on September 7th was assisted by Jacob Friedman. You had to check that. Right now there seems to be an emergency alarm sounded. There's Brown with the save. Answering to the call and to the siren. Kick to midfield. Past midfield by Brown. So Plymouth Whitemarsh looking to get to the postseason for the 2nd straight season and for the 5th time in the last 6 years. PW's only been to, I believe, 10 playoff games in program history in boys soccer. All 5 wins in Plymouth meeting. Only in the district quarterfinals once. That was in 2014. Now here come the Colonials. Here's Sandcroft. Now trying to go in the box, but that's intercepted by Anthony Forgoyne. Out of play. Now substitutions will be made, which includes Elgart coming in for John Higgins. Got whistles galore by the PIA official. So 9:05 to go in the first half. 1-1. There's McNally. Might have been held as Ian Short went after it. Let that one go out of play though. Goal kick here, or goal throw for Julian Brown. So in the last 10 seasons, the best Springfield has finished as a Suburban One American member. 2010-11 was not in this conference. Had been fourth back in 2014, 6-6-2. PW in the last 10 years, 2 Suburban One American titles. Sandcroft gets pushed, but the whistles were silent. However, PW does get the throw-in with 8:16 to go in this opening half. Teams will switch sides after halftime. Sandcroft dribbles. Hoy trying to give it to McNally. PW will try to intercept. Good job there by Tom Kraft. Now to Elgart. That's out of play. The officials correctly roll it to the Spartans. Now the midfield for Rubenkamp. Dylan Donnelly. Midfield. Could not get a foot on it. Was Smith. Jack Meter leads the Spartans with 3 goals. Cole Hutchinson and Smith have 2 apiece. So does Schmidt. Schmidt had his second tally today. That was at the 21:58 to go mark. Subs are allowed to come in now. Bibik Mockton will come in and throw it for the Colonials. He'll need to step on the field first, and now he can come in. Good job by the PWA officials to make it official. Otherwise, there would be null and void. So Mockton throws it. Looked like a shoulder hold by the Spartans. Yeah, that's an easy call. Hold against uniform 19, Matt Schmidt, who had, we believe, the goal for the Spartans. 6:47 to go in the opening half. Springfield Township 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh 1. Hoy! It's that one picked off by Pearson Rubenkamp, and it's going beyond the bench sideline. Goes to the first base coach's box. Now PW with the possession. Hoy trying to bend it, could not. Now feeds it to Vayan. The shot is wide right. Ryan Brazic and assistant Rich Madel applaud the effort, though, for the Colonials. In the last 10 years, Brazic is PW's 4th head coach. Before him, Jeff Heaton, Devin Landgraf, who I believe is now the athletic director at Upper Moreland High School, and Nicholas Severini, who has since moved on to become the head coach at Lower Merion. Severini, I believe, has a district title with the Aces. PW lost to Lower Merion to begin the season here in Plymouth, meeting 4-1 on September 4th. So both of these teams looking to snap 2-match losing streaks. Under 5.5 to play in the first half. Oh, good kick across midfield for Ian Short of the Spartans, wearing white. PW going left to right in this first half. And the save will be made there. Springfield's last match was in Earnhardt on September 27th. Abington won 3-0. Abington defeated Plymouth Whitemarsh here in Plymouth, meeting on September 14th, 2-1, to avenge PW's 2-0 first-round district playoff victory from last season. Smith needs to get a good kick, and he does. To midfield for Sandcroft. A little too strong, and Brown is there to pick it up with both hands. 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. Spartans 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh 1. PW trying to get a call, could not get it. Paul Richardson intercepts. Rich Madel is in a shout match with a PWA official. Gotta be careful, otherwise a yellow card could be issued. Kick to the sideline. Will be a throw-in for Jacob Friedman. And the Spartans, with Whitemarsh trying to clear, but can't. Now here's 4 going. Now Elgart. Now Evan Elgart does a great job. Now VW will look to clear. McNally. Now Sandcroft. Jacoby Sandcroft. Oh, wow. That is a job well done, I believe, for Ian Short. That looked like it was going to go into the right corner of the net. We got ourselves, I believe, a PW corner, which I think would be its third. W, I think, has a pair of corners, a few corners. Now under 3 minutes to play in the opening half, and this could be a breakaway. But no one could run up to it on the sideline. PW with the throw-in, but had to get the substitution in first before it could be made. Tommy Hoy will take a seat for Ethan Goldman. PW in blue, Springfield in white. Here in Suburban 1 American boys soccer action on Colonial Instructional Television, 2018 Homecoming Week. Homecoming Week is early, but the festivities are the usual. Sandcroft now in the box. Diving save made by Julian Brown. He had to go to his right. Now approaching 38 minutes into this contest, 2 to play. In the opening half, still 1-1. PW got a goal within the first 5 minutes. And then Schmidt with 21:58 to go in the half. Got the equalizer for Springfield. Sandcroft trips. Spartans sideline moans. PW gets the possession. 1:45 to go in the half. Sandcroft trying to look for numbers. Finds Lubis. Strickland. Here's Goldman. Can't get it off. Here's Rich Vayan. Now here's an opportunity. Shot made there. Can't go. Goldman! It's wide left. Oh, what a save. Kick block save there by Brown. 1:10 to go in the first half. 1-1. Could be worse for the Spartans if not for the keen eye of Julian Brown. 39 minutes into this contest, we are tied at 1. As a reminder, if we are knotted up after 80 minutes, there would be a possible 20 more minutes with 2 separate overtimes at 10 minutes apiece unless a goal is scored. 40 seconds to go in the opening half. Now the kick made there, and look at the lunge by Connor Smith from the foot of Matt Schmidt, looking for a brace. Half a minute to go in the first half. It's 1-1. Connor Smith has done a great job in terms of kicking. His booming kicks makes you remember Shane Smith, as there could be a card issued. Got to be careful. Shane Smith 4 years ago could kick about 70, 80 yards. 5 seconds left in the opening half, and it looks like we'll remain leveled. After 40 minutes, it's the Springfield Spartans 1, the Colonials 1. Plymouth Whitemarsh scored with 35:37 to go up 1-0, but Matt Schmidt got his second on the season with 21:58 to go to tie it at 1-1, and that's where we stand. More Suburban 1 American boys soccer action is coming up on Colonial Instructional Television. Welcome back to Suburban 1 American boys soccer on Colonial Instructional Television. After 40 minutes, Springfield 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh 1. The Colonials got on the board 5 minutes into the match, but could not hold on to it the whole time as Matt Schmidt of the Spartans got the equalizer with 21:58 to go in our opening half. In the second half, PW in the dark uniforms will be going right to left in your vantage point. Springfield and White going left to right. So we'll have 40 more minutes in regulation if we're tied up after the final whistle. Then we will have some overtime. These teams are used to it. Springfield has been to 4 overtime matches this season. The Spartans 0-1-3 in extra sessions this season. PW 0-0-3 in overtimes. The Colonials would like to snap this 2-match losing streak because right now, entering October 2nd, Plymouth Whitemarsh ranked number 24 in PWHS District 1 4A. The top 24 teams go to district playoffs, scheduled to start on October 23rd. Spots 23, 24, 25, 26 right now, all occupied by Suburban One American schools. Springfield currently number 10 in the District 1 3A rankings. Top 8 go to the District 1 3A playoffs. So this is definitely an important matchup. And Springfield has it. LPW in dark with it. Both of the goalies have been tremendous after giving up the tallies. Now PW tried to go in the Springfield end. That was Andrew Strickland. Now to the corner. It will be Springfield possession going left to right and White. Dating back to 2013, the least amount of wins PW has finished a conference season is 7. 2013 they had 13, 14 had 13, 2015 9, 2016 7, last season 10 conference wins. Connor Smith will get it from the pass from a teammate. 38:45 to go regulation. Springfield 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh 1. Here's Tom Kraft. Kraft will get it back. Finds Hoy. Good kick by Hoy. Kevin Sheen might not be able to get up to it because it's Julian Brown picking up the loose change. Now booming kick high into the air by Brown. Lubis heads it. Elgart will give chase. Throw in for the Spartans. Now here comes Troy Rumer. The Spartans trying to go into the PW18. Elgart there. Now for Ryan Brazik's squad. Colonials could not capitalize. Now at midfield, Hoy. There's Jack Meter. Troy Rumer. I believe it will be a set-piece free kick for the Spartans with 37.5 minutes to go in regulation and the game tied at 1 apiece. About 30 yards out, per se. 3 minutes into the second half at PWHS baseball turf. The kick is high over the net. Goal kick for Connor Smith. This season, I knew that it might not be the same as last year, but Plymouth Whitemarsh right now with a 4-3 record has been competitive in the majority of its games. It's 4 losses, 4-1, 2-1, 2-1, and 3-1. So 2 losses by 1 goal. Thrown in here by Kraft. MPW in blue, Springfield in white. PW is the home team in Plymouth meeting. Richardson brushed to the side. W now try to get it and dribble, but it's Springfield dribbling instead. Found Trey Du Bois. And Du Bois is there. Trey Du Bois. lost it. And it will be goal kick for the Colonials. Good effort though for the boys of Springfield. 35:55 to go in regulation. Still 1-1 in the Suburban One American matchup. And with Whitemarsh still has to yet again play Cheltenham, Haverhill, Horsham, and Upper Dublin. 3 teams that are in 23rd, 25th, and 26th in the District 1 4A rankings. Jack Meter. Good cross there. The boys over the net. Oh, it was a prime opportunity for the Spartans. Dan Meter's squad fought. The chance was there, but not be accurate. Had a good crowd here at PWHS baseball turf. Quite a few on the first base sidelines out of the complex. Some, as you see, midfield. The sidelines. 34:48 to go in regulation. PW tied with Springfield at 1. I believe McNally tripped, no call. Now in the corner. Here's Dylan Davis. Max Lubis kicks it aside. Trey Du Bois is there. Kicked out of play. Officials rule it PW throw-in. Dan Meter right now talking to an assistant. The head coach for Springfield, making sure they got the right play. And it's also out of play on the sidelines. PW at the throw-in. Hold on, Plymouth, Whitemarsh. So Springfield will get a free kick. About 40 yards out. Ian Short. Headed there by McNally. Now, here comes Hoy. And Springfield argues with the call. Oh boy, looks like Hoy is down. Looks like it might have been the center back. If PW athletic trainer AJ Clegg is here, assistance might be needed. Hoy fortunate to get up, but probably will have to exit just to make sure everything's okay. I think Tom Kraft. Well, Tom Kraft is in. Hoy is still in. I was just seeing if a substitute was going to be made, but I don't believe so. It will be possession Spartans. Under 33 minutes to play. Springfield 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh 1. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. It's homecoming week, and you're watching Varsity Boys Soccer on CITV. PW will get it. It's Lubis. Looked like it was a partial deflection. There's a good amount of wind here, so you have to be alert with the change in direction. PW cough it up. It's a set piece opportunity. Springfield. And PW 13-3 in the last 10 years against the Spartans, according to my research. A kick in the box, and there is the jump save for Smith. He'll roll it off quickly to the sideline for Kraft. Now it's Higgins. Picked off here by Short. Sandcroft. I believe Bibick Mockton waiting to get in for the Colonials. Smith is there with the kick to midfield. And the CITV YouTube channel is your online video source for sports, school board meetings, educational highlights, and more from the staff, students, and faculty of Colonial School District. Visit youtube.com and search Colonial Instructional Television. 31:16 to go in regulation. We're still knotted up at 1 goal apiece. Bibick Mockton will come in for Tom Kraft. PW now with the rock. We are tied up when the final whistles are sounded. We will be having some free soccer, extra sessions. Lubas there to Sandcroft, DuBose. Try to pick off, and that should be a trip on Moncton. Free kick. You see the infield turf for Short. Looks like a set piece opportunity here. About 30 minutes to go. A header intended for Jack Meter could not be successful. Now here comes Kevin Shee. Paul Richardson. No intercepts. Good chest protect there for Elgart. However, here's a good opportunity for Meter. Jack Meter. Here's the back kick, and the attempt by Sam Steele is saved by Connor Smith. He was there, but Smith had to save. So now 29:38 to go in regulation, still 1-1. PW again scored in the first 5 minutes. Then 18:02 into the contest, Matt Schmidt got the equalizer for the Spartans. By the way, Springfield has allowed a goal in 19 straight conference matches. PW has scored a goal in 21 straight matches at home. Have allowed a goal in 6 straight at home. And also PW has scored now in 28 consecutive regular season matches. Here's the shot and the diving save by Julian Brown. Each team applauding the efforts. Max Stahl awaits on the sideline to get in for the Spartans, so does Jacob Friedman. Smith will kick it. Evan Elgart, 28:40 to go in regulation, still 1-1. PW going right to left in the dark uniforms. Hoy. Now to Shee. Shee will try to keep it in. He is tripped. PW gets the possession. I think he was outside of the box. So it should be a corner, perhaps. If not, it will be a free kick. Yeah, it's going to be a free kick just outside the box. Now under 28 minutes to play. Just a little outside of the side of the 18. CPW will get a direct hit. A few walls ready. Springfield has a 4-man wall. Here's the kick. Headed there nicely by Jack Meter. Right into the foot of Moncton. Good kick to midfield by Cole Hutchinson. Here in Troy Rumor. Jack Meter. And it will result in a corner for the Spartans. First of the second half. Now the Spartans getting aggressive. 13 minutes into the second half. The Spartan trips could be costly. Rich Van. Chad McNally. Paul Richardson looks to intercept here. Strickland can get up to it, and it's Richardson kicking it out of play. Now PW with it. Still will be a throw-in for the Colonials. 26:34 to go in regulation. Spartans 1, Colonials 1. PW this season 0-1 against Wissahick and 0-1 against Abington, 0-1 against Hatboro Horsham. Teams ahead of the Colonials. MPW 3-3-2 in the conference. Springfield 0-6-2 in Suburban 1 American, looking for its first win in conference play. Foul against PW, I believe. So set piece will be awarded to the Spartans. Spartans have 3 players on the sideline getting ready to check in. Tom Kraft waiting for PW to get in. Doing the set piece should be Cadman Curry, who has a goal on the season. PW in conference play, 14-4 and 14 against. Checked out a play to the sideline. Should be a throw-in for the Spartans. Players allowed to sub in with about 25 minutes to go in regulation. Springfield in the conference, 6 goals for and 20 against. The Schmidt goal in the first half was only the 6th in SOL American play this season. Now throw in here for the Spartans. And inside the box here's Kraft. Trying to get crafty perhaps. That's kicked out of play. Should be a throw in for the Spartans. Wearing white, going left to right in the second half. Lubis bending it. Actually dribbling to midfield. She could not read it. However, there's Higgins. A good header there for Ian Short of the Spartans. Here's Max Lubis. Lubis got to get up to it. He does. There was a bump there. Cadman Curry needs to get the ball. Got to be careful of an unsportsmanlike by Lubis. Looks like Dylan Davis now might get involved for the Spartans. 23:57 to go in regulation. Spartans 1, Colonials 1. 1 goal apiece, both in the first half. PW would like to get a header to get out of this. Now the kick, and there's a header. Exactly what the Colonials wanted, but it'll be a corner since it was off PW. Players are allowed to score directly on corners. You don't see many, but it is possible, and with the wind possibly today going inside, and that is picked off by the Colonials. PW not out of the woods yet. Spartans look to get it back, and it will be a Springfield throw-in. Andrew Strickland looking to get back in for the Colonials when the time permits, with under 23 minutes to play. He's got to be careful of an own goal as well. Will be a free kick for the Colonials. To midfield. Sandcroft will look to get to it. Here's Jacoby Sandcroft to the sideline. He's looking for it. Sandcroft is still on it. Kicked out of play by Richardson out of the complex. PW now getting aggressive. We have throw-in for Bibick Moncton of the Colonials wearing the dark uniforms. Sandcroft keeps it in play, and both hands are there for Julian Brown, Spartans netminder. Ryan Brazic, PW head coach. And it's headed in there, and it's 2-1. Ryan Brazic not pleased after the header by Ethan Hincapie. It's 2-1. With 21:19 to go. Ethan Hincapie with his second of the season. It was 21-19 to go. Someone needs to reset it to 21-19. And now Springfield ahead. Ryan Razik trying to become the 4th PW head coach to take the Colonials to the playoffs. Definitely did not like that sequence. Springfield ahead for the first time in a while. Now PW trying to brush it aside here. That's actually an opportunity for Vayan is right in the arms of Julian Brown. 21 minutes to go in regulation. Springfield up 2-1. Thanks to, we believe, Evan Hincapie. Both Plymouth Whitemarsh and Springfield have 2-2 draws this season against Wissahickon. Right now the score is 2-1. 20:33 to go in regulation. PW scored in the first 5 minutes of this one. Haven't scored since. Springfield in a 2-0 run. Strickland trying to get after it. Waiting on the sidelines for the Spartans. 2 players. Now Sandcroft trying to get in the Springfield box. Play is stopped. 20 minutes to go in regulation. We have a jump ball. You see there's some basketball and volleyball. A lot of shouting. That, I believe, is against the Colonials. I think it'll be a free kick for Jacob Friedman. Well, actually, the Spartans player is down. Player down for the moment was Cadman Curry. He's okay. Getting a little gimpy, though. So it'll be a long free kick for the Spartans, which have 2 goals for the first time in 4 matches. Actually, the first time, the first time in 3 matches ago. It was 5-1 win at Collegium Charter on September 22nd. The possession for the Spartans. PW has been aggressive for some of the time, but Springfield the second half. The reason why it's up is because it's been more aggressive, especially on the Evan Hincapie header into the net. PW planning on sending 6 players at the next substitution, including Spencer Berg, who is a National Merit Scholarship semifinalist. Now that is taken away here by Curry. Edmund Curry. PW looking to clear. I think PW gets the possession on a short drop. PW looking to get it past midfield. Going right to left. 18 minutes to go. The Colonials trail 2-1 to the Spartans. Springfield won the first, won the second. PW won the first, none in the second. Kick to the sideline. Substitutions made. PW will make, I believe, 6. Springfield will make 3. Bencherberg comes in for Evan Elgart. Kobe Sandcroft, Tommy Hoy, Kevin Shee, Rich Vayan, Tom Kraft exit for the time being. 17:26 to go in regulation. PW needs to get a goal to tie it up. Kicked out of play. Should be a PW throw-in. Springfield looking for its first win in conference play this season. Winless in each of its previous 9 conference matches. Now approaching 17 minutes to go in regulation. There's the throw-in. Oh, look at Brown go up for it. He's made some key saves to keep PW off the board yet again. Close to the sideline. That is for Friedman. Here's Dylan Davis. Lubis had it. Player did trip, no call. To the sideline, run after with Evan Hincapie. PW throwing it. Going right to left, can't be complacent. This is dangerous now. Here's the shot. Oh, what a kick save by Smith. That looked like a lot of trouble. Now PW will look to take advantage. PW needs to stay on side, though. It is going to be a kick close to the sideline. Paul Richardson will smartly kick it out of play. And PW will get a throw in. That headed to the camera area and where we are set up. 15.5 minutes to go in regulation. Springfield 2, Plymouth Whitemarsh 1. Throw in there, and that is batted away by Brown. There was Goldman to Berg. Back to Max Lubis. There's a good opportunity there for McNally, and he sails it wide out of play over the net. And everyone needs to be mindful of the wind. Flag is moving at a little bit of a rapid pace. Under 15 minutes to play. You can't be complacent for much longer. This would be the bad loss on the schedule. With PW being on the bubble right now in District 1 4A, can't afford a loss like one that is staring the Colonials right in the eyes right now. There's an opportunity inside. Brown out in front, and PW had the open net and kicked it a little too far. That is a bullet he dodged by the Spartans. I think that was a gift that PW was given and just could not wrap it. Two players sub in and out for Ryan Brazik's squad. And what do we have here? Free kick, goal kick with under 14 minutes to play. It's still plenty of time for the Colonials to get an equalizer. To midfield. Lubis heads it. That's right to Friedman. Smart play there by Spencer Berg, I think. And depending on where it was headed out, it would be a throw-in or a corner. Will be a headed for Friedman. Off the foot, and there's Smith with the save. Well, he had to go up a little. Elgart and Kraft among four Colonials looking to check back in. Now the second half, PW has not been precise. Spartans have. PW looking to get the equalizer here. Sandcroft, he stumbles, he kicks. Brown pummels it over the net. What a play by Julian Brown. That was a prime opportunity. If not for that, that could have gone to the back of the net. Now a quarter for the Colonials. Have a handful in this game. PW looking to set up. With 12:33 to go, down 2-1. There's the kick. Feeds it inside, right in the arms of Brown. Oh, there was a scared Spartan going in the cage. Fortunately, no harm done for Springfield. Possession now for the Spartans going left to right and white. Colonials intercept. We'll need a clear. But right back to the Spartans. It was kicked there by Max Dahl. Off the upper chest of Hoy. Gotta watch out for extracurricular activities, it should be a free kick at midfield for the Colonials. 11:50 to go in regulation. The way this one's going might not end in regulation. PW the last few minutes been a lot more aggressive. But it's Springfield up 2-1, thanks to Evan Hincapie with 21:19 to go to the corner. There was no deflection, so be a goal kick for the Spartans. But that's exactly what the Colonials need to do. Be aggressive, take chances, get messy, and make mistakes. In case you're wondering where that line's from, it's what the Valerie Frizzle character in the Magic School Bus would say. I'd source Scholastic for that reference. Kicked out of play, be Springfield possession under 11 minutes to play. There is still plenty of time, though. PW cannot afford to give up another tally. PW led 1-0 5 minutes into the contest, and since it's been a struggle for a good part. Appears to be a corner for the Spartans. Got a handful in this second half. Springfield looking to tack on another. Can't get it done there. And Smith does the right thing. Go out and make the save. Approaching 10 minutes to go. 70 minutes in. It's 2-1 Springfield. In Suburban American play, these teams settled for a 1-1 tie in the previous meeting. The last two have been overtime contests. Headed there by DeBose. Out of play. Rich Van Smart, and he'll throw in with 9:50 to go in regulation. Hoy now to Strickland. It'll be a PW throw in. Assistant coach for the Spartans will give it to the Colonials. Well, actually, Colonials got a ball. It's a Nike ball with some variations of yellow and blue. Thrown here by Andrew Strickland. Kevin Shee, there's a push! And there'll be a foul on the Colonials. See, that'll be costly. Time ticking away. Not looking good for Ryan Brazik's squad. BW 2-2-1 at home this season. Springfield on the road 2-4-1. And Springfield's last conference win was October 16, 2017 by a score of 3-2 at then conference foe Quakertown, which is back in Suburban 1 Continental. Given the Brown with 8:40 to play. Subs will be allowed. Spartans will make 2 switches. PW will make 1. Chad McNally back in. 8.5 minutes to play. Does PW have a prayer or any answers for the end of this regulation period? Final regulation period. Throw in here, I believe, for Hutchinson. Here comes Jack Meter. There's Lubis. And Max Lubis is there. Clean contact to midfield. Here's Zach Colson. Now there's Sandcroft. It's Kobe Sandcroft going right to left. Dribbling. Colson against Paul Richardson, who's got a height advantage. As Richardson kick it out. We're trying to get a ruling here. Be a goal kick. Took a while for the call. Could be costly and precious minutes ticking away for the Colonials. This will be a goal kick for Julian Brown. Sam Steele will now wait in at the sidelines in midfield to check in when time permits. 7:18 to go in regulation. Springfield up a goal. Here's Cadman Curry. Curry loses it. Now here comes Hincapie. Throw in for the Spartans. Hold on. Steele is going to check in for Jack Meter. Now 6:50 to go. Whitemarsh can't give one up here. We'll definitely have to pressure out. Exactly what it does there with the header. Sandcroft kicks it into the air a bit. Hoy heads it. PW looking to clear. Can't that time. Colonials are not complacent, but just cannot find that magic moment now. Under 6.5 to play. Springfield, Montgo 2. Plymouth Whitemarsh 1. The first few minutes of the game, it looked like this was going to be in the bag for the Colonials, but where have those moments gone? Corner here for Evan Hincapie and the Spartans of Erdenheim. Low kick. Got to be careful there. It is to the left of the cage. Here's Connor Smith. We'll have to be smart with 5:45 to go regulation. He was not smart there. That's picked off by Max Dahl. And Dahl! 3-1. Max Dahl might have put this one in the bag for the Spartans. Caught Connor Smith napping with 5:32 to go. Smith probably should have kicked in midfield and was right into Dahl. Now PW, 5.5 minutes to go, needs to get 2. In the next 2 minutes, we'll have to score, perhaps. Springfield on the cups of its first conference win of the season. Smith is dangerous. PW would like the clock to be frozen, but time is of the essence now. Rich Vayan trying to get it'll be off PW. Springfield throw-in. That's the third time this season Springfield has 3 goals in the game. The last 2 were the lone wins on the schedule. Springfield 2-6-3, 5-0 at Bishop McDevitt, 5-1 at Collegium Charter. Springfield again coming off back-to-back shutout losses. PW back-to-back losses. PW hasn't lost 3 consecutive matches since a 4-game skid in 2016. Colonials were outscored 7-3 during that time frame, being shut out twice, 1-0. 4.5 minutes to go. PW has a slim chance of getting back in it. Springfield 1 in the first, 2 in the second. PW 1 in the first, none in the second. And it looks like it might be too late for the Colonials at this point. This would be the surprise loss of the season for the Colonials that they can't afford. Now PW needs to go quickly here. PW needs numbers, can't that time. Now an opportunity for Hincapie. And Smith needs to be a lot smarter this time. PW can't read it. There's a trip on the sideline. Now 3:40 to go. It's 3-1 Spartans. Been about 2 minutes since Springfield got up by 2. It's a 3-0 Springfield run. Kick close to the sideline. Du Bois kicks. He is tripped. And Springfield has dominated the second half. The Spartans have come ready in this one. PW apparently, since the first 5 minutes of this one, have not. The Colonials on the verge of dropping its 3rd match in a row. All in conference play. PW has given up 4 goals in a game once this season. The season opener, 4-1 loss against Lower Merion on September 4th. 2:40 to go. Not much time left. Here's the opportunity and saved by Smith. He definitely needs to find numbers here at Sandcroft. And there's a sea of white. Sandcroft gets back to it with 2:25 to go. PW needs to quickly get this free off. And that's a PW foul. Maybe. That was actually a Springfield foul. 2 minutes to go. Van. 2 minutes to go. Strickland tries to set in, and Brown says no way. This is not going to look good on the result sheet for Plymouth Whitemarsh. PW in the final minute and a half needs 2. Gets a push. Player down. Clock needs to stop. Clock needs to stop. And 1:29. Max Luver's tripped up, and he is not stalling. He is really limping. Back in is John Higgins. The next edition of CITV Sports is scheduled for Thursday, October 4th, 2018. Suburban 1 American Field Hockey between the Abington Lady Ghosts and the Plymouth Whitemarsh Lady Colonials. Entering October 2nd, PW has not been shut out in a field hockey game since September of 2015. That's also the last time PW had lost the Suburban 1 American Field Hockey game. Ryan Vrazik giving instruction on the sideline for the Colonials. He's the head coach. This is going to be an agonizing defeat for PW in the next 90 seconds unless the miracle happens. PW needs to answer quickly here. 1:22 to go. There's a trip. Out of play. Throwing PW with 1:12 to go. Julian Brown has been stellar the second half at net for the Spartans. PW throwing with about a minute to play. It is possible that PW needs a goal in the next 20 seconds. Now from the corner, Paul Richardson. Now the Colonials looking to get in the box. The feed there. Sliding save for Julian Brown. And that will most likely seal it here from Plymouth meeting. Result holds. The Spartans will get its first conference win of the season. Will be 1-6-2 in the conference, 3-6-3 overall. PW will drop to 3-4-2 in the conference, 3-5-2 overall. And just a second half to forget. Richardson there to drop back. Now an opportunity for Vayan, perhaps. Here's Vayan! Another kick. Save out of play for Brown. 10 seconds left. That will not be enough time to get back in it. What a devastating defeat for the Colonials. 1 second left. That will not be enough time to score 2 goals. And that is the match. Well, not yet. 1 second is still left. EW has one more corner. EW knows it has lost. What a stunning defeat. 13 seconds have actually been added to the clock. Maybe defeat is not in the cards quite yet. Here's the cross. That will not be enough time to get 2 goals, 10 seconds. There's the kick. Saved there by Brown. And that's the match. Springfield snaps a 9-match winless streak in the conference, and the Spartans are off the schneid. A yellow card is given, and for the first time this season, Springfield is victorious in conference play. A much better second half played by the Spartans. No longer winless in the conference. Final score, Springfield 3, Plymouth Whitemarsh 1. The goal scorers for the Spartans, Schmidt in the first half. In the second half, Hincapie, and we believe Dahl with the insurance goal to put insult to the Colonials, which scored in the first 5 minutes of the game but could not get another one. Some questionable decisions by Connor Smith, perhaps, cost the Colonials in this one. Again, final score, Plymouth Whitemarsh losing to Springfield 3-1. That's another edition of CITV Sports. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. For more information regarding CITV programming, visit us online at www.colonialsd.org/community/CITV.